that we did our settings, which is part one. If you watched part one, go back to part one so you can see the settings. And now we're done with that. Now we can move on to like his melee. I mean melee. The freak. Hey yo. So we can move on to his melee and stuff, and we can teach you what if you're new and what they do. So basically, this is his get over here. This is his web. I feel like I don't really have to do this, like, because the game's been out for a minute now, but I'm still gonna go over it just so I can. I'm gonna go over it. I'm gonna teach you the things and their quirks and and things that they can do and they cannot do and stuff like that. So for our first move, we have minus the size. We're gonna cover that for the last one. That one's garbage. But this is his first move. His swinging. His swinging. So this is just simple. This is what you see. A lot of Spider-Man people just use like that. People who like play with Spider-Man. This is your number one thing you want to really use when you're trying to get in, out, in, like anything. This is your number one thing that we use. We all use Spider-Man. This is our core right here, right? It's one of our cores. So now, basically, so this might be just explaining their quirks, and this might be that video. And we'll go over like the cool stuff you can do with them, and we'll go over like the combos, and then I feel like the combos might be the last. And then maybe we'll have some extra ones like what Spider-Man's flaws are and stuff. But basically, this is gonna be like ability flaws and like how they work and everything. But yeah, swinging. This is just pretty simple. We just swing. And then we got our uppercut, which is really versatile because we could just press square and just uppercut them. And then we have our punching ability. So this is crucial. I remember, I don't know if I used that word yet. Right. Oh my gosh. But this is really like, you want this, right? You want this. So I remember I didn't really use this as much at one point of me playing Spider-Man, but no, this is really good, especially if you pair it up with the webs. If you do, this is really good if you just do this. This is a good thing, a good habit. Like have this, and have this like good. Like you really want this. So next thing is his down slam. His slam is really, 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 really crucial because we want this because, so like for Hulks and like tanks that are just walking around doing nothing, this is good. This is what we want to hit them with, So like so if tanks walking around, I think there's a tank up here. Yep. So if a tank is just walking around doing nothing, like when you just want to get like the tank, you hit one of these from the right above their head. I can't really get up to this one because he's constantly moving. But if I come over here, yeah, if you get up to their head, it's gonna do, I think, more damage. I don't know, but you really want to get up to their head, and you just want to slam maybe a few little, what's it called? Web zips into them too. So like sound like this. Boom, boom, boom. That's what I use. That's the combo you want to use for them tanks now. But we haven't got over. You're probably like, oh yeah, we haven't even did the R1. So this is the R1 pool. So this is you hit them with one of the webs, right, and then you zip over them. So like it'll go all the way after a minute, but you want to hit them, web zip, and you get over to them. And that's when all the things we just taught you, like from the web zip. I just teach you the web zip and then the uppercut, right? We're gonna use those together. Boom, boom, boom. Now that is called a bread and butter. I think it's called a bread and butter. I don't know. It's called bread and butter. So you want this combo to be your bread and butter here. This is what we use all the time when we're trying to do something crazy. So now that we covered all of his, centrals pretty much, his punching, to his webs, to his uppercut, to his swing, and his grab. Now let's get over to his ult and his health. So basically, his ult is where he just kind of swings over and kind of just, kind of hits everyone. And then he has 250 health. Now don't play around with this. This is really, really crucial because he's a DPS, so he kind of has low health. So that's why we need to get in and out, and we need to we need to get in and out of healing boxes and heals and stuff, teams. So now you've been seeing me execute these things. You've been seeing me do all of this like this. This is what you've been seeing me do. You're like, how the heck are you doing that? How are you just swinging over here? So this is called the bunny hop. So now every Spider-Man main probably has good Spider-Man mains. They use this. And now, this is why I told you to, all the way back in part 1, I told you to turn off auto swinging, because you cannot bunny hop. You cannot do this if you have auto swing on. So, that's why you need to turn that off. So, if you want to do like versatile stuff, it makes Spider-Man more versatile when you have this off. So this is kind of a glitch. Since we cover all of his abilities, we can go into the quirk stuff. So all I do is I hit L1, right? So how I hit L1, boom. The same thing that makes you web zip, right? So when I hit web zip, right before I touch the ground, like right here, I would say have your crosshair as a little marker. So this, or go to somewhere I don't know, I want to say right here, the 15 mark, and just when you have you see the web trace that it puts down on the floor, you webs it. I would say as soon as you're coming to it, just hit the now you hit the web spray. So when you hit the web spray, you gotta hit it at the right time. So boom, boom, and boom. So just when you hit it right at the it's kind of hard to explain, but it's kind of you hit right at the web zip. When you hit web zip, right when you get to the ground, you hit the web spray. Bottom line, boom. It's all about timing. So if I did something like this, I'm losing momentum. Now you're probably okay, yeah, maybe I did it, right? Maybe you did it, and you I don't know, you did it, but you're not really getting much momentum. That's because right when you hit the web zip, you want to hit a double jump right at the little certain release. So I'm not doing it right. So there, right when you hit the ground, you literally have to right when you hit the ground, you have to hit the web spray. Just remember that. Hit the web spray right when you hit the ground, and then you double jump. Like that. Right there, how I just did. Boom, boom. And now there's another version of this. I don't really know how to call it, but it's kind of where I'm floating in the air type. Where I don't hit the ground at all. Like that. I don't really know what this is really good for. I would just say if you don't want to hit the ground, it happens whenever, bro. But if you just don't hit the ground, like that, how I'm glitching, I'm not touching the ground, see? Now Nana doesn't know. This nigga Nana does not know. So, I don't think he does know how to do this. He might know how to do this. But it's kind of useless, but I use it in a way of when I'm for say a human torch is firing everything down and chaos is happening, I hit one of these jobs and you can just keep spamming this. And how you do it is once you master that the bunny hop, which I just showed, um showcased. So how it is basically going to work is it's like the same thing as the bunny hop, right? Like you hit the ground, boom, but on the slight timing, and you just hit it. Think of it like a 2K kind of 2K gauge, kind of like when you hit 2K gauge and it's like green. You know when it goes all the way up to green, it's kind of like that timing. Like imagine that gauge in your head, and like right when you hit the ground, imagine that gauge and you're hitting green. Boom, you hit the game-winning shot, and you just webs it. So when you web on you bunny hop. So when how I do the floater is I just make sure I don't hit the ground. Like I don't fully execute, the zip fully. Cause when you gotta double jump, right? Double jump and then you hit this. So double jump, make sure you don't hit the ground. As soon as you hit the ground, well, don't hit the ground. What the heck? Don't hit the ground. Make sure you're in the air, then webs it. Okay? So I feel like you should get in the habit of just doing that and just doing that. Like double jumping, going into the webs it, the bunny hop. So, boom, boom. So once you master the bunny hop, just get in the habit of double jumping before you bunny hop. And double jump high. Don't just jump, boom, boom. Like that's the normal bunny hop, how everyone does. But you're supposed to just double jump, boom. And how that kind of works is once you get that down, just make sure you don't execute the full animation of the bunny hop, and then you can do this. Now you gotta make see. I'm not even getting it right too much because you gotta make sure you're like high. You need to make sure you gotta hit it really fast, and you gotta make sure you don't hit the ground. So just webs it in the air, like that. So like once you're in the air, once you're in the air, just don't try to webs it, but like hit the spray at the same time. So I would get like a habit of just kind of like getting it and just trying to mess around with it. Maybe get them to a high place like this, and just get in a habit of kind of yeah. I feel like if you go up to a high place, it's a lot easier. But that's it for the bunny hop. For right now, I would say. And once you kind of did all that stuff I told you how to do, about the bunny hop, just practice a lot. Bottom line, a majority of everything I just said, just practice a lot of your web zips. Just practice your web zips and practice your what's it called? Your spray, your web spray, and immediately you might get it one time. You might get it. You might get it if you just take everything I said and apply it, and you should be good. You should be good for the bunny hop. It did take me a long time to get the bunny hop down, as like I say, I still can't even explain it really well. I know that kind of sound a lot like that sound pretty like hard to track like down, because it's kind of I just kind of did it and I kind of just like kept trying, and that's kind of what it is with the bunny hop. You just gotta keep trying and keep trying to like hit it, and there's no really like way path like I really use. I just kind of watched some tutorials, and yeah, like this is just a tutorial. You should go watch some other tutorials too, because obviously that's kind of how it works. So basically, now that you have your bunny hop down, we have our web pools, and what else do we have? Oh yeah, right. This. So I feel like I should just make a whole guide on bunny hops. I'm not gonna lie. Like a whole not a whole guide, but I feel like make a whole like maybe part 3 might just be, or part 4 might be like, because bunny hops, there's so much to bunny hops, man. Like I feel like I might just make a video, maybe like part 3 might be just based on bunny hops, man. They do a lot. But yeah, it's kind of, I feel like this tutorial was just about on how like the abilities work. We did say that. And how, so how to do a bunny hop, basic bunny hop. So yeah, that was part 2. We'll get a part 3.